National Hockey League, Mike Bossy would now be going up against some of the toughest hockey competition in the world. In his first year, 1977, Bossy made good on his prediction by scoring 53 goals, a record for a rookie. This achievement made Mike Bossy the undisputed choice as the National Hockey League's Rookie of the Year. In the ensuing years, Mike continued to score over 50 goals a season for New York playoffs. Known mainly as a goal scorer, Bossy also gained the reputation as a pacifist when in 1980 Mike went public with his views on fighting.
I think I feel as good about fighting in hockey as you probably feel about it in basketball. I don't think that professional sports should have fighting in them. I think it just takes away from the show that the athletes are supposed to put on. You know, hockey is hockey, basketball is basketball, and so on and so forth. So I don't think that it should be part of my sport anyway.
With his reputation as a peacekeeper, Mike Bossy became the target of intimidation. But to the league's surprise, they soon found out Bossy could take the punishment and still play his game. In 1980, the Islanders reached the Stanley Cup Finals where they faced the Philadelphia Flyers. Mike Bossy scored 4 goals in this hard-fought series that was as thrilling as it was dramatic. On the strength of their power play, the Islanders built a 3-2 lead. With Game 6 at Long Island, New York was planning to wrap up the series. However, by the end of regulation play, the Flyers had tied the game, sending it into sudden death overtime. Bob Nystrom's overtime goal won the series for history. They had earned the most prestigious award in hockey, the Stanley Cup.
You know, if we didn't win that one, we were going to have to go back to Philly and play 7th game, and I don't know what would have happened then. But you know, it was 7-11 of the first overtime period, and I think the first cup is always the most special.
Well, Mike, we have one more hole left.
How about winner take all?
I'll take that.
Okay.
Mom, send $500.
Fade, come around. That's too bad.
Mike, if you make this putt, you win the game. The pressure's all on him now.
Yeah.
It's just not my day. Good putt, Mike.
Thank you.
Enjoy the game. Thanks.
Great game. It's a lot of fun. Nice course.
It is. Beautiful. Mike, in 1980, the Islanders had the look of a dynasty. It seems as though you guys could have played any style and still won.
I think, as that old cliche goes, we came into our own. You know, we were a team that we'd done so little in years previous to that, but I think in 80, you know, we played against a lot of different styles in the playoffs, and we ended up against the Flyers, who were, you know, the rough and tough kind of team, and that's when we were supposed to fold. But we came through, played hard, played their style, beat them at that, and then showed them a little on top of that.
The Islanders had certainly become a team to be reckoned with, but for them to reach greatness, they had to possess a home run hitter. Mike Bossy was that man. Although he worked hard on developing an all-around game, Bossy's main role continued to be that of a goal scorer. In the jungle that was the NHL, Bossy was a panther who preyed on goalies for a feast of hat tricks and shorthanded goals. In the 1980-81 season, Mike once again pounced on the opposition, scoring goals at such a rate that it became conceivable that he could score 50 goals in the first 50 games. Only Maurice the Rocket Richard had ever accomplished that incredible feat. Going into the 50th game of the season, Bossy was 2 goals short of reaching the record. But after 2 periods, he had failed to score a goal. It did not look good.
I hadn't lost hope, but after the second period of that game, I was in the dressing room. I was really discouraged because I hadn't scored that game up until then, and also because I'd brought so much attention upon myself, and it looked as if I wasn't going to disappoint a lot of people. And I'd had so much ice time too that I was really tired. So going towards the end of the game, I really didn't think there was that much chance of getting the 2 goals that I needed.
Only 4:30 left in the third period as the Islanders go to work on the power play. Trottier goes around behind the net, looking to get it to Bossy. He goes to Pearson instead. He shoots, rebound, he scores! Mike Bossy scores on a rebound for goal number 49, and now he needs just 1 more goal for the record.
Mike Bossy's goal gave him 49, but he still needed 1 more for the mark.
The crowd is on their feet. 1:30 left in the game. There's a steal by Trottier. He sends it to Bossy. He shoots. He scores. Mike Bossy has really done it. Mike Bossy has done it. I can't believe it. With 1:29 left on the clock, Bossy has tied Maurice Richard's record of 50 goals in 50 games.
It was probably, I think, individually, one of the happiest moments in my career. You know, I think it's very difficult when you're on a team when someone is going for an individual record, as I was at the time. But they were all in favor, and I got just tremendous support from every one of the guys.
That same season, the New York Islanders reached the Stanley Cup Finals, where they would face the Minnesota North Stars. For Mike Bossy, his heroics were not over quite yet. Bossy attacked the North Stars' defense with a dazzling battery of shots, scoring 4 goals in all. Islanders to a 4-1 victory over Minnesota for their 2nd straight Stanley Cup. In the playoffs overall, Bossy set 2 NHL records with 35 points and 9 power play goals. The Islanders swept through the playoffs so convincingly that it seemed clear to everyone they were witnessing a team bound to become a dynasty.
Remember how... Mike, after the Islanders won their 2nd straight Stanley Cup, you faced the challenge of winning the 3rd. It's been said the hardest thing about winning isn't getting there, it's staying there.
Well, I think that you automatically have a motivation to want to stay there. I think that after 2 Stanley Cups, we definitely wanted a 3rd one. I think that it does become tougher, though, as you go along. You notice that everyone's coming at you. But to be the best is motivation in itself.
Green gets back. Bossy takes the puck. Trottier to the front of the net. Walks right in. Shoots. He scores! A short-handed goal. The first of the...
Part of Mike Bossy's success was a result of playing on the same line with center Brian Trottier. Trottier's best qualities included dominating faceoffs, taking on defensemen, and setting up his partner and friend Mike Bossy. At times, their teamwork was so impressive, some felt that maybe they used mental telepathy as part of their attack. Together, Bossy and Trottier were a 2-man demolition team. In 1982, their teamwork helped the Islanders reach the Stanley Cup Finals for the 3rd straight time. Their opponents were the Vancouver Canucks, and once again, Mike Bossy had another productive series. In Game 3, Bossy scored a goal that defied description. On a rebound in front of the net, Mike went to his backhand, and while suspended in midair, lifted the puck into the net. This amazing shot helped lead the Islanders to a sweep of Vancouver for their 3rd straight Stanley Cup title. Overall in the playoffs, Bossy scored a record-tying 17 goals. Fittingly, Mike Bossy, known to many as simply the Boss, was awarded the Conn Smythe Trophy as the most valuable player in the playoffs.
Mike, I know in basketball that one of the keys to become a better player is to move without the ball. And it's been said many times that you're a good hockey player mainly because you move without the puck and you end up in the right place at the right time.
Well, I think that that's right, you know, especially in the offensive zone. I like to try and make myself invisible. I know it's impossible, but you know, if I skate in front of or stay beside one of the defensemen and then just slip away and try and go behind him and get into the open, that has been a very successful part of my play.
As a premier goal scorer, Mike Bossy certainly possessed his share of offensive weapons. Plus, with great speed and quickness, Mike could beat his man one-on-one. Or when he didn't have the puck, find an open area for found in all great goal scorers.
Mike Bossy takes a look. Comes out in front of the net. His shot. He scores! Bossy steals the puck, trying to get in around Berta. Mike Bossy panned on it, then got it away and scores! It's broken up, then Bullard is checked. Here's Bossy holding on to it. Fires, but he scores!
Ever since he joined the NHL, Bossy had scored at least 50 goals a season, a plateau of excellence only a few ever achieved. One of Mike's greatest assets was his anticipation, his ability to shoot the puck before a goalie could settle into the right position. In 1982, for the 6th straight year, Mike again tallied more than 50 goals and helped lead his team to another Stanley Cup final. This time they would face the explosive Edmonton Oilers. In the finals, it was New York's balanced attack, led by the scoring of Mike Bossy, that did most of the damage. Surprisingly, the Islanders swept the Oilers to win their 4th straight Stanley Cup. Certainly, this achievement established them as one of the greatest teams in NHL history.
You know, I never really saw the Montreal Canadiens that won 5 Stanley Cups in a row, and everyone talks about that team as being the best ever in hockey. I know that I saw the team that won 4 in a row, and I would definitely rank our team as good, if not better than that team. I can't compare it to the team before that, but I would have to say that we had to be as on our hockey team.
A striking
Greatest players in NHL history, and one of the great gentlemen of the game. As his team's most lethal scoring weapon, Bossy was a vital member of the New York Islanders dynasty. During his first 9 years with New York, Mike scored at least 50 goals each year, an NHL record. Bossy also held the record for most goals in the playoffs with 83. This performance helped the Islanders win the Stanley Cup title 4 straight years. Mike also gained respect for the way he played. 3 times he was awarded the Lady Byng Trophy for good sportsmanship, a testament to his belief that fighting doesn't belong in hockey. On January 2nd, 1986, Mike scored his 500th goal, reaching a major milestone. In just 10 years, Mike had scored 500 goals faster than any man before him. Mike Bossy was indeed a hockey great like no other.
Mike, when you retired from this game, what would be the one thing you miss the most?
I won't miss the practices, I know that. I'll probably miss just going out and having fun, because ever since I've started to play hockey, whether it be, and I'll probably miss the guys that I played with a lot.
Well, you're giving fans millions of thrills, but I'd like to thank you for coming down to La Casa and sharing your career with us. Thanks a lot.
It was my pleasure, and it was sure nice to get to know you.
Thanks.
From the moment he first fired the puck by an astonished goalie, Mike Bossy distinguished himself as one of hockey's all-time greats. A tremendous physical talent, Bossy's ability to score goals was unmatched. Mike Bossy, a goal-scoring machine.